Welcome back everybody to León, Nicaragua. Viva León Jodido! Today we're going to go on a wild camp in a place with a very dark history. The fort is located just outside the city centre on a small hill, and we have to get through this very quiet at the moment working class neighbourhood. And we've got to walk up this big track which, according to Google Maps, is quite dangerous, quite high risk of getting robbed, so keep a low profile. I probably won't have the camera out too much. You'll notice here, guys, the lampposts painted red and black, the colours of the FSLN political party. We're really not far out of the city at all, but as you can see now, very rural, agricultural living. And we're headed up this hill in 34 degrees heat. Thank God there's shade. I'm sweating like a snowman in heat. If you're watching this in the UK or anywhere in Europe or Canada or the northern United States right now, and you're thinking, oh, I wish he could send me some of that heat this way, believe me, I wish I could too. 34 degrees is too hot for tracing up hills. We're almost at the top now anyway. Got some nice views opening up. Just up here is the old fort. You'll notice even the rocks here are painted red and black. León, capital of the revolution. I'm sure I didn't need to translate that for you. Heroes and the martyrs who fell during the taking of the Fort of Acosasco. As you can see, most of them very young. Francisco J. Silva S. would have been 16 years old. I have a list here without dates of birth, but that means they didn't have them. Well guys, as you can see, it's a very eerie place, very quiet. The acoustics in here are very echoey. It makes me wonder what it's like when the people here were getting tortured. Screams just echoing around everywhere. I'm absolutely melting after the walk up here. I'm going to have a bit of a break. Acosasco Fortress was erected in 1889 to 1890 under the administration of Roberto Sacasa, the conservative president of Nicaragua. It quickly fell into disuse and was abandoned in the 1930s. However, in the 1960s, under the dictatorship of Anastasio Tachito Somoza, the right-wing dictator Somoza reconditioned the fortress as a detention centre for anyone branded as subversive. The rumours in León told of unspeakable goings-on the hilltop: torture, disappearing of political enemies, clandestine executions. The National Guard, Somoza's feared secret police, had taken to patrolling streets at night, hauling away anyone suspected of being a political dissident. In a few cases, children stumbled upon the cabbage white skulls bobbing amid the grass, and the ridge became dubbed the Cabbage Patch. In 1979, the FSLN, the Sandinista National Liberation Front, succeeded in retaking León as part of their final push to overthrow the Somoza dynasty. Here at the fort, the National Guard made one last stand before being evacuated to the coast on helicopters. The Sandinistas entered Fort Acosasco on June 7th, 1979. 6 weeks later, they would take Managua, the capital of Nicaragua. Oh, so there's a lovely breeze up here. Down there, it's the air is like stagnant, pregnant downstairs. It's horrible. Really unpleasant atmosphere. Up here you can see León. I'll zoom in for you there. León, the city, the cathedrals, and then in the background you see all the volcanoes. Over there you can see the baseball stadium, that we visited in a previous video, and up here the FSLN flag flapping in the breeze. I don't know if this is scratched in on the very day, but here we have the date, the 7th of the 7th, 79, day of the freedom of the fort. Aquí los guardias. Tienes algo en tu pelo. A ver. Ahí está. Ahí está. ¿Qué tipo de gente viene aquí para hacer daño al fortín?
Un vago.
¿Ah, sí? ¿Que de este barrio aquí o?
De otro lado.
¿Sí? ¿Y qué hacen? ¿Como graffiti o cosas así?
Le roban las pertenencias a usted, así, algo así. Entonces,
ponerlos a cámaras, sus delitos, cosas así.
¿Y vienen aquí turistas?
Claro que sí, aquí.
Sí,
bien.
Como estamos nosotros aquí, ahora damos protección nosotros.
Ah, qué lindo. Sí. ¿Cómo se llaman los perros?
Una se llama Vireca y esa negra.
Ah, qué lindos son. Están aquí como 24 horas, guardias.
24 horas.
Sí.
Mañana están otros. Mañana estamos nosotros.
Qué curioso. Sí, porque no se ve graffiti ni nada así adentro. Ah, qué bien. Muy bien. Me han dicho que aquí es un buen lugar para ver la puesta del sol.
Claro que sí.
Sí, ¿por ahí o por el otro lado?
No. Mira, eso se pone de mira.
Ajá.
Ahí sí me dan un rojote bonito, se le puede hacer.
Ah, qué bien. Y al amanecer por este lado.
Correcto.
Sí, ok. Bueno, puedo regresar. Gracias. How crazy is that, guys? It's got 2 people guarding it with guns in case people come up and rob the place, but there's nothing to rob. I can sort of understand what you're saying there about people come to rob the tourists, but there's hardly anyone around. I mean, 2 people with rifles. Interesting. Well, I'm going to sit on this rock for a little while, which is surprisingly enough painted red and black. Obviously you can't camp at the fort because it's guarded 24 hours, but there's a few places, I mean, even just down here, I'm sure nobody's really going to care, as long as I'm not causing trouble. The funniest thing for me there was that these 2 guards with their rifles guarding the place. Oh, so many mosquitoes. Oh, luckily I brought my repellent. Anyway, I'm digressing. What was I saying? Yeah, the 2 guards listening to ABBA, Dancing Queen. Wow, the more I read about this place, the worse the energy feels around here. Dark, dark place. Alright guys, found my spot for the next hour or so, just on this little bunker thing. Over here I've got my phone charging with the solar panels there, and I've got a drink. I don't really even fancy a drink, but I'm just doing it for you guys really, because I always have a drink on a wild camp. I've got Flor de Caña, which is Nicaragua's #1 most famous rum. You'll find this everywhere in Nicaragua. Never tried it before. 35% alcohol, age 7 years, down the hatch. That's nice. Yeah, that's good. Strong, obviously. It'd be better with some ginger beer and a slice of lime and a bit of ice, but yeah, not bad. Well, there you have it guys, sun has gone down, which is good and bad. Good in that there's no more intense sunlight burning me to a crisp. Bad in that all the mosquitoes have come out, they're everywhere. It gets dark very quickly this close to the equator, so it's time to find somewhere to camp. Alright, so I'm thinking in this field over here, looks pretty decent, some flat areas, no people around. The only downside is droppings. Just hope there's no animals roaming freely in this field here. Actually, animals I can deal with. I hope there's no snakes. Alright guys, I'm going to keep a low profile now, and I'll set up when it gets dark There's loads of mosquitoes around, so I need to keep on the move really. I need to keep walking up and down like a madman. But yeah, I'll set up once it gets dark, so I won't be able to show you that. So I'll see you in the morning. Alright guys, change of plan. The mosquitoes over there were unbearable, so I've had another look around and come over to the other side, and this place is much better. There's a breeze coming up from this area over here, which is keeping the mosquitoes away, so much better. And over there we've got a view of the city. You can hear some music going on down below, and then the baseball stadium over here. So nice bit of flat ground, but best of all, no mosquitoes. They were driving me mad up there. They were buzzing in my ear. I've put loads of spray on, but buzzing in my ear. I hate that. That's the worst. Alright guys, I'll see you in the morning. Morning guys. Well, slept okay last night, not too bad at all. There's one point where I got a little bit nervous because I'd set up and it was just getting dark, and then the dogs started barking, like the dogs of the fort here just wouldn't stop barking, and they just got closer and closer, and the torch started shining over my way. I was like, oh god, right, just lay still, and eventually they left. But I was worried that I was going to get caught while camping last night. After that, it was without incident. I slept very well. It's 5:45 in the morning and it's cloudy. I don't know if you can see over there, but there's a lot of mist at ground level. There's a million cockerels going off. Guys, so you might just be able to hear that, a siren going off across the city. They have two sirens during the day, one at 7 o'clock in the morning, which is now, and that's the call to go to work. And there's another one at 12 o'clock midday, which is the call to go to lunch. Personally, I've never known anything like it. It feels very Cold War-ish. The only kind of similar thing that I've experienced is in Muslim countries when you get the call to prayer, but they sound like air raid sirens as well from World War II. All right guys, it's time to leave the fort behind. There's a wild horse just in the field there, just by where I camped. So we're going to be heading through the barrio right now, through the, I forget the name of it, through the Tomas Borges Martinez barrio. Now I walked through here the other day, and it's a very poor, very impoverished neighbourhood, so I'm going to have to be careful filming here. This isn't a poverty porn or I'm a big alpha male dude walking through the hood sort of channel, but I'll show you what I can. Obviously I stick out like a sore thumb being a gringo, 6'2", and the camera makes me stick out even more, of course. So I'm going to have to be careful and respectful as well. As you can see guys, look, like this home on the left here, just real makeshift homes just made out of metal. Garbage piled up, there's no vehicles, you can see a horse there, lots of dogs. This is a local church, Segunda Iglesia, Pentecostal. It's absolutely crazy guys. It says here, no botar basura, which means don't throw any rubbish, and well, and back out onto the main road. So places like that make you grateful for really simple things like running water and flushing toilets and garbage collection. Hello. You've got some crazy eyes you have. Right guys, very quick Spanish lesson. Desayuno means breakfast. Desayunito would be a small breakfast. A desayunazo means a big breakfast. And that is the name of the place we're heading to now. Desayunazo, big breakfast. Let's go. Look at this guys, I've got English breakfast. We're gonna give that a go, I think. Well, it's a decent attempt actually, an English breakfast. We've got the fried eggs, we've got bacon, we've got sausages, we've got a bit of bread. And this is an American edition, a hash brown, but it's a welcome one. And we've got coffee and orange juice. Well guys, I must say that was a decent attempt at an English breakfast. I've seen many worse around the world. Bien salí. Well guys, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed this one. It's a bit of a dark episode this time around, but hope you enjoyed it all the same. So until next time, hasta la vista, baby.